Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals has had a lot of leaks recently. A lot of characters, a lot of skins, a lot of maps, but in this video I'm going to be going over all of the heroes and villains that have been leaked in Marvel Rivals. So if you're a big fan of Marvel Rivals like myself, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like. Way more Marvel Rivals content coming to the channel, so please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share with your friends, and comment down below your favorite leaked hero so far. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So coming in first on my list is Emma Frost. And actually, I have Emma Frost's abilities right here, which I will read out to you. So the first ability that she has is called Psychic Blast, Psychic Ray, and in parentheses it says human form. So I'm assuming that she's going to be able to go into her crystallized form and then her regular human form, which is pretty cool. So again, she has Psychic Blast, Psychic Ray 2, Psychic Barrier, and then her diamond form, Diamond Shock, Diamond Kick, Diamond Back Slam, Soul Control, Mind Connection, and Piercing Spikes. So not too sure what all these abilities do, but those are the names of the abilities. So assuming from what her abilities are, she could be a Vanguard in a sense that she can turn into her Diamond form and then take a lot of hits for damage, absorb a lot of it. But I could also see her as a support player, so I guess we'll see. But that's all that we know with Emma Frost so far. I think they can make her character model look really, really cool, especially with the transformation from going from her regular form to her crystallized form. I think that will look really dope. So I'm actually really excited for that. So that's going to be really cool to have Emma Frost run around. But that is the first leak so far. So next up, we have Jean Grey. So Jean Grey, again, I have her team up ability with Wolverine leaked, which I'll put right here. And I also have her abilities that have been leaked. So they're called Phoenix Ray, Phoenix Punishment, Psychic Explosion, Telekinetic Explosion, Phoenix Wings Flying, Telekinetic Transfer, Psychotic Transfer, Shattered Star Impact, and Phoenix LG. So it looks like she's going to be a support player, maybe. It seems like she's kind of like a Loki where she can telekinetic transfer, so maybe she could just teleport across the map. I'm not too sure, but I think having Jean Grey will be really, really cool, especially with their team up with Wolverine. I'm excited for the different the voice lines between them and their team up ability. That's gonna be really dope. So having Wolverine and Jean Grey in the game will be pretty fun to have, so I'm excited for that for sure. Character is Captain Marvel. Now I've just been looking through, Twitter's leaks and stuff like that. And a lot of people saying that Captain Marvel has been leaked. So actually has some voice lines where she talks to Punisher, Captain America, and one of the voice lines says "Not Too Shabby Danvers." So I believe Captain Marvel will be coming to the game. So that is just some leaked voice lines that's in the database. So I think that's pretty cool. I'm not too sure. I don't know much about the abilities. I don't know much about the character art. So if you guys do know where you can find that stuff, just put it down in the comments below. But all I know is that Captain Marvel is going to probably be a Vanguard, honestly, or maybe a duelist. She could be a duelist, but I believe that she'll be a Vanguard. So that I know that it's been leaked in the database. I think she's had some voice lines with different characters, which is why that they know that. But I think that would be really cool, and I think it's just inevitable that Captain Marvel makes it to the game. So we have Blade. So Blade's character model and his abilities have been leaked, which is really, really cool. His character model looks super, super dope, and it looks like he's going to have two weapons, just like Black Widow, where he has his katana, but he'll also have his hunting shotgun, which is really, really cool. So we have his passive ability, which is called Bloodline Liberation. I feel like it's going to be an ability where when he's going to have like a kind of an AoE thing, where if you step into his AoE, it's going to like drain life out of you, maybe. I'm not too sure, but that's just what I think. His first ability is called Stomp and Slash, so I'm assuming it's kind of like Wolverine's, where he's going to stomp in the ground, maybe throw you in the air, and then slice you with his sword. I think that's what it's going to be. Dark Knight Attack could be like Cloak and Dagger, where he puts an AoE, where it gets super dark, you can't see him. Maybe that's what it is. Ability number 3 is Fang Deflect, so I'm assuming that he's going to deflect stuff with his sword, so like bullets or arrows or whatever, which is going to be pretty cool. And then his ultimate is called New Moon, so I'm assuming for his ultimate he's going to turn into like this super buff, and really tap into his vampire potential, which I believe that's what his ultimate is, which will be really cool. But his character design looks super cool, and I'm super excited to play his blade. That's going to be super badass for sure. So for the next character, we have Hitmonkey. So actually, some voice lines have been released, which I'll show on the screen here. And so it's been confirmed that Hitmonkey's coming to the game, which I think is pretty cool. He's just a monkey who has a bunch of weapons, and he's going to be really cool. I think they're also going to make him kind of like Blade in the sense that he'll have his pistols and maybe a sword, which will be pretty badass to go around with Hitmonkey. Maybe he'll play a little bit like Rocket Raccoon with his mobility wise and stuff like that, but I definitely see Hitmonkey as a duelist. I don't see him as anything else. I mean, he's a monkey assassin, so not too sure what else he could be besides a duelist, so that would be pretty badass. But having Hitmonkey will be really cool, and I'm sure a lot of people will be maining Hitmonkey just because he's such a badass character and all he knows is to just kill, kill, kill. So for the next leak, we have Hitmonkey. Leak, which I'm sure a lot of people are excited for, is Deadpool. So there's actually been some leaked voice lines between him and Wolverine, which is confirms that he'll be coming to the game. I think their team up ability will be super dope. And of course, with Wolverine having his Deadpool and Wolverine cosmetic in the game, it's inevitable that Deadpool comes to the game. And I'm sure Marvel Rivals knows that everybody wants Deadpool. What I'm really hoping that they add is him to be able to be an announcer. I think that would be super dope. And just the ability for him to break the fourth wall will be super fun and super awesome. So I think everyone wants Deadpool in the game, and then him even as an announcer will just be super funny. Maybe roasting the player if they keep dying over and over again, or calling them out for certain things. I think that would be super funny and super cool to have. And I'm sure Deadpool won't be out for a while because I'm sure that they want to have him perfect. I'm sure it's going to be a while for Deadpool to come out. And honestly, I'm pretty sure all the fans do not care because we need Deadpool to be perfect. We don't want him to be broken. We don't want him to be, too weak. We don't want him to be too lame. We need him to be perfect. So if Marvel Rivals has to take a lot of time to make the character, then so be it, because at the end, we need this product to be perfect because Deadpool is such a beloved character and everyone wants Deadpool in the game. The entire Fantastic Four is coming to Marvel Rivals. I believe they'll be coming even next season, so I believe in January, which we know Reed Richards is coming to Marvel Rivals. His full ability list has been leaked. See here, of course his regular attack is called Elastic Punch. It says stretch out a forward punch to attack enemies, so I'm assuming he'll just be able to kind of like Groot, where he's able to extend his arms to do some damage. For his first ability, it's Reflective Rubber, where he's able to stretch out his body and absorb a bunch of damage and then launching sword damage. So maybe kind of like Magneto in the sense that when Magneto uses his ultimate, the more you shoot at him, the more it powers up, and then he just throws it back at you, which I'm assuming that that's what it's gonna do. Next one is Flexible Elongation, so probably like Winter Soldier, where he's able to just stretch out his arms and pull you towards him. Another ability is Rubber Grip, where he's able to extend his arms forward to entangle hit enemies, and then click left mouse to select and yank 2 more enemies. So maybe kind of like a mixture of Winter Soldier and Penny Parker's abilities together, which is kind of what I'm seeing in my head as Vision. So I think that would be really cool. And then his passive ability is Elastic Strength. Skills generate elasticity, boosting attack power, reaching full elasticity, triggers an inflated state that restores health and boosts even more damage. And we actually have his lead character model, which is right here, which looks pretty cool. And then of course for his ultimate, it is Brainiac Bounce, and it basically leap and smash knocking back enemies within range. Upon hitting an enemy, leap again up 6. So maybe kind of a mix of Venom's attack where he jumps all the way to the ground, which I think will be pretty cool. And then I think maybe with the 6 jumps, it'll kind of boost the damage every single time he bounces on the ground, which I think will be pretty. Having Mr. Fantastic's full ability list is pretty freaking cool. So that's pretty awesome. I'm excited for that. I'm sure a lot of people are too. This week we have Human Torch, and when I'm telling you that I am so freaking excited for Human Torch to come to the game, I am not kidding. I'm sure he'll play a lot like Iron Man and just have like an AoE attacks and stuff like that, but man, I'm excited for Human Torch. I'm gonna be playing Human Torch so much when he comes out, and it's just gonna be freaking awesome. His first ability is called Fire Cluster. Launch forward a spittable fireball. and also plasma body. Holds left shift to enter a state of accelerated ascent. So I'm assuming that it's just going to be like Iron Man, where he can go a little bit faster. And then for his fire cluster, I'm sure he'll just be able to fire a fireball, which will be really freaking cool. He also has this ability called Blazing Blast, which is launch a fireball to create a flame field at the target area, and Burning soar rapidly upwards, which is pretty cool. So I'm assuming Burning Sword is kind of for like if you get overwhelmed, you'll be able to escape really quickly, which will be pretty awesome. Another one is Flaming Meteor. Dive towards the ground, dealing damage to enemies and detonating any flame fields hit. So it's kind of like a combo move where he'll be able to put the flame field on the ground and then do damage when he does the Flaming Meteor, which will be pretty awesome. And another one is Pyro Prison. Connect flame fields to form a firewall that deals continuous burning damage to enemies. So this will look so cool. Just having a bunch of fire all over the map. I mean, man, just reading about all of this is super freaking cool. I can't wait to have him in the game. But for his ultimate attack, it's called Supernova. Explode with cosmic fire to deal damage to enemies within range. Upon skill activation, all flame fields will transfer into flame tornadoes, dealing extra damage. So I think this will look really freaking cool. I feel like it's going to be kind of like Storm's ultimate, but instead it'll just be a bunch of flaming tornadoes, which will be super awesome. So I'm super excited for this, and he's definitely going to be my main. I'm going to be using him a lot, but that is just some of the leaks in the game. And even his character design looks awesome. So if you're excited for Human Torch, make sure to like this video right now, so I know that you guys are excited for Human Torch like I am. The next one is The Thing. And of course he's going to be a Vanguard because he's a tank, and he's going to be super tanky, super beefy, which is going to be really cool. And I believe some of his abilities got leaked here. One of them is called Rock Solid Defense, immune to knockbacks and displacement effects. That might be actually a passive ability, which is pretty cool. Another one is Combination Punch, quick and continuous punches at primary attacks. Thunderbolt Punch, a powerful, devastating secondary attack. So those are all of his just regular attacks. One of his abilities is called Furious Charge. Charges forward, lifting enemies and creating a seismic zone that prohibits displacement. Another one is Battlefield Support, leaps to teammates, granting damage reduction to allies and himself. Slam, his ultimate, knocks all enemies in front of him into the air with overwhelming force, which is pretty freaking cool. And it looks like The Thing and Wolverine will have some team abilities, which is really dope. But yeah, for this leak, we also have The Thing, and I think this is going to be super dope. For the last leak, we have Ultron. So Ultron's actually going to be a support character. And some people that I've read upon while reading, about Ultron coming to the game are kind of upset about it. And honestly, I disagree. I think Ultron is a perfect support character. I mean, he just fits it. Like, everything that Ultron does is a support character, so I believe it'll be really cool. But for his main attack, it's called Encephalo Ray. Not too sure how to pronounce it. If I butchered it, I apologize, but it's unleashing a burning energy beam, so it's just going to be a constant energy beam, which is pretty cool. His ultimate is called Rage of Ultron, so he's going to summon Ultron drones to fire. Also, his main attack, damaging enemies or healing allies. So I think that would be really cool. I hope that it'll be able to, attach to an ally and then kind of just have the drone follow them around, which will be really cool. So I hope that's what it is. Another ability he has is called Dynamic Flight. Fly quickly in the director of movement and then enter a free flight mode, which is pretty cool. So having, Ultron just floating above enemies and his allies, healing them and also doing a damage to the enemies, which will be really cool. Another one is Imperative Patch. Command a giant drone to follow an ally, constantly healing allies in its radius with additional healing for the designated ally, which is pretty dope. So just being able to, throw the drone at the ally, like, here you go, having them go into battle and then just getting them constantly healed will be pretty freaking awesome, so you don't have to worry about that person too much. Another ability is called Imperative Firewall. Summons drones to grant bonus health to allies within range, centered on himself and the ally marked with Imperative Patch. So that's also going to be pretty cool. So he's just going to be really good at healing, really dope to have on this team. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be rocking Ultron just for his healing abilities and stuff like that. So that will be pretty dope to have. And then for his passive ability, it is called Algorithm Correction, and it's just hold space to fall slowly. So let me know in the comments down below who your favorite leaked character so far is. And please, if I've missed any leaked characters, please let me know in the comment section below, because I did a little bit of research for this. Just know that most of these characters that I've talked about have been leaked through voice lines, through abilities, through whatever. But if I've missed any characters, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't be afraid to say, hey, Got Rivals, you missed so and so to the game. So I'm excited for the future of Marvel Rivals. So many characters are coming. I mean, it's endless. The Marvel universe is so big and they can add so many cool characters to the game. So, if you're excited for this, keep up with the Marvel Rivals news and the leaks and my wish list, and make sure to subscribe and like the video. We're on the road to 50 subscribers. Anyways, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.